Week over here, markets are looking decent, but as you guys all should know by now, healthcare and biotechs are leading. It's what we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks here. Again, the market in general is still going to be very, very, very dependent on what the Federal Reserve's tone is at this next FOMC meeting. We have seen some positive developments come out between the US and China. We saw some potentially positive developments in the Russian-Ukraine conflict. But again, it's not going to, you're still going to see these choppy periods going into the end of the year here. That's why we've been talking so much about sizing a lot smaller ever since that big tweet came out. Again, hopefully all of you guys have listened. If not, I think that should just be another testament to just say, again, guys, pay attention or pay a premium. So, again, Eli Lilly is looking really good over here today. We've got XLV moving to the upside. SNDX, for those of you guys in LTMP, there you go. That's another very, very, very strong mover there. MDT is breaking out right now. Where's that MNST? Because that was looking pretty interesting here. It's moving back down. Bitcoin, I still think, has the potential to start moving I think you're still going to get down to this mid 70,000 area here. I don't really think the bulls are going to have it here off of this like semi-liquidation candle. I think you can easily see Bitcoin trade a lot lower here in the short term. And again, going into the next week here, or the next couple of weeks, the probabilities for the rate cut in December are really, really ramping up here. I mean, again, a week ago, we had a 42% probability of a 25 basis point rate cut coming in December here. Now that probability is all the way up to 76.9%. So again, the market has continuously called the Fed's bluff here. And the reason, like I've been talking about with you guys, the reason why the market is not agreeing with what the FOMC members have been saying is because of all of the different insights that we have gotten into the labor market. Unemployment going up, mass layoffs. We had the worst period of like private payrolls in October since like 2002. All of the different elements of the labor market are in support of further rate cuts coming in the near future. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, new to the channel, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot. Spreading this information out and just my analysis to as many people who actually want to learn. Again, I am not monetized on YouTube. My big internet crime for demonetization, all I did was just showcase the best results that anybody has ever seen in the trading space. That's it. Here's another 1,000%. There were 35 10x trades that I've handed out to you guys in the last couple of months here. And again, we had 3 of them, 2 weeks in a week 2 weeks ago. Just ridiculous. So if you guys hit 200 likes on the stream, I will start highlighting some of my most favorite setups. Again, the last time that I did that, PDD, you guys hit the like button. You guys got the PDD trade, 300 something percent. Then you guys failed to do it and you missed the 3,000% FedEx. So, I mean, that's okay, I guess, if you guys don't want to make money. But all you got to do is hit the like button on the way in, and you guys will be good to go. So, let's do a little bit of a roll call, see who's in here today as you guys are hitting that like button. Yeah, MDT is looking good. SNDX is still looking good here. Eli Lilly is still looking very interesting here, even after getting whacked down off of the Nova move. You know what was interesting this morning, too? Nio. So, this is also what we should start talking about here, too. Look at Nio here, guys. What did we say was going to happen with Nio? Well, it was most likely going to come down to this 200 EMA, and we can see what happens from there. As you can see, comes right down to this area, chops around for a little bit, then starts to pop back up with earnings coming tomorrow, which will be interesting. Ooh, a lot of slackers on the like button today. Interesting, ladies and gentlemen. So who do we got in here so far in the live chat? We've got Jerry, we've got G-Moose, we've got Eddie, One of One, Diego, Arthur, Brandon, Luis, Jay, Drew, Garrett, Tom. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So again, you're still gonna AMD's up nicely today, but again, it's off of it has been selling pretty aggressively. So again, guys, the bios look really good. You guys know how I feel about trading biotechs in general, but seeing stuff like this is ridiculous. Like, look at Lebu over here. Lebu is on an absolute tear here over these breakouts down in here at like 83. It's at 151, ripping. Should have taken profits on Coca-Cola. Well, that was running through a lot of targets on Friday, like a lot of targets. Let's see. Yeah, market's starting to push here a little bit. Apple, you guys in LTMP already know what we're talking about with Apple. That's easy. That was on the watch list. You guys know what to look for on that one. If it breaks, it breaks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But let's see. Oh, you know what's starting to look really good? This is one that we've been hunting. It's not right now, but this is starting to look really interesting. Bull. I think, again, this is like, you have the initial signs of a big base forming on Bull. Again, this was the earnings candle. They knocked it out of the park with their earnings. It was phenomenal. The fact that the stock even traded down below $8 was a little bit crazy. You got the buyers stepping up pretty aggressively. Now we wait for the next couple of weeks to see if this thing can base out and if this is actually going to be the bottom. But you have a massive downtrend here. What I'd actually like to look for on Bull is if it does base and start breaking to the upside, take a little bit of an initial entry and then wait for it to actually set up off of that trend shift and then hit it. That's kind of what I'm thinking about with Bull right now. Again, that's just based off of the chart, not anything to do with me doing the in-depth work that we will need to do in order to say this is actually going to be something that we want to put our money in for the mid to long term. But we are going to talk a lot about that in the mastermind with you guys. You bought your first Webull shares at 8? Yeah. Let's see. Where's Growl's another one. Oh, yeah, there you go, guys. I mean, this is another one from the watch list here. There you go. Boom. The weekly breakout on Growl looking absolutely phenomenal here so far. That looks great. Look at this. Boom. Really, really hot start here. Daily is up what? I mean, that's up 7% on the day here. That's crazy. SNDX, I gave this one out to you guys this weekend and also on Twitter, up 6% today. There you go. ILMN is another interesting weekly setup there too. Ooh, it's right there. It's right there. The chain on this is probably really icky, but this has a lot of potential upside to like 154, 155. That could be a very, very, very fun one there. So, looking good across the board, guys. Look at this. All of these bios are starting to break. All the bios are starting to get going. AUPH and Growshot. Yeah, Brittany, those both look good. AUPH is another one. I think that one's still looking good. Yeah, that looks good. This one, I mean, AUPH and Grow might be a little bit slower movers in the biotech sector, but it also lowers the gap risk. That is the other thing we've been talking about a lot too, is like these bios could be really fun. Like SNDX, guys, could go from like this, whatever it was, 1850 break or whatever it was, all the way up to 22 really quickly. These things can move like crazy, but you have to be aware of the fact that there is a significant increase in the risk that you're taking with holding some of those overnight. What I think of Eli Lilly, looks good still. I mean, this is Eli Lilly, once Novo moved this morning off of the Alzheimer's stuff, which was strange to begin with anyway, that the market was that crazed about the Alzheimer's stuff. Lilly was down below 1,000. This thing is ripped all the way back up. It even hit 1075. This thing is showing a lot of strength here. A lot of strength. So we'll see if that one can continue up. But market's looking decent here. Again, it also is going to be a slower week, guys. So we have no market Thursday and short day on Friday with equity markets closing on at 1 p.m. And then Nio, I already talked about it. Again, nothing. This is the thing I try to get across to you guys so much. Stop thinking so short term, like Nio. It's like, I've outlined this. If you guys have watched any of the YouTube videos, any of the streams, it's the same thing every single time. Ready? If the company is able to execute on the goals that they've outlined to the shareholders over the last couple of years after overpromising and under-delivering and hitting those profitability metrics, then great, it could get re-rated higher. If it doesn't, okay, it doesn't really matter. We have a great entry at 455. And we're treating it like an option. Nothing changes to that thing in the short term. And I'm not even really, I really don't care what they do on this earnings either. Because this isn't like the thesis breaking one. Once you start getting into like kind of the first third of next year, that's when you can start looking at Nio and making your decision. But it's not now. Good bounce off the daily 200 though on Nio. Novo's down because the Alzheimer's study didn't show any, the GLP-1s didn't show any help with Alzheimer's. That's why they're down. But in terms of the core thesis with Novo, is like, what changed? It's like, oh, nothing. It's like, okay. I saw a couple people say it's like, oh, the market was pricing in on Novo like positive results of the Alzheimer's study. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. There's no way that you could look at the chart of Novo here and say that the market was pricing in positive results of the study. They just weren't. Like they were doing absolutely none of that. So if we get another base here, I'm probably gonna hit it again, but not right now. Where's SoFi today? Oh yeah, up 5%. That's looking good. And yeah, I mean, SoFi's another one I gave you guys at what, 660? Stock's at 26 bucks. And then everybody else in the public got it at 1360 on the weekly breakout. If you miss both of those, I mean, you don't touch SoFi up here. That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. Yeah, ILMN on the weekly looks like it's about to go. That's really close. That looks really good, too. Like, that's textbook. Where's SNDX? How's that looking? Just drop it around. Those bios look good, though. Market pushing here a little bit. Where's Bitcoin? Yeah, I think Bitcoin's the bottom's gonna drop out of this thing at least one more time. So we will see, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you just got to keep yourself safe. Like I've told you guys so many times, it's like the vast majority of your gains for the year are going to come from a couple of trades and a couple of periods during the year. If you're not comfortable with sitting around and doing nothing most of the time, then you just are not one of the individuals that is actually going to have long-term success at this game. It's as simple as that, you know? All of these people out there are like, ooh, I'm going to trade every day, do X, Y, Z. It's like, no, you're not. No, you're not. AMD back to 212. That's good. Yeah, ILMN is starting to look interesting here. And again, keep smacking that like button on the way in, guys. I don't think you guys are going to hit 200 likes on the stream today. But if you do, then I'll start going through some of my favorite setups with you guys. If not, I'm keeping them for LTMP. There's a lot of good ones this week, too. Oh, and speaking of LTMP, we do have a Black Friday sale going on too, guys. So if you guys, again, have not hopped into LTMP yet, if you use code Black Friday, I'll send the link in the live chat for you guys here. We haven't talked about this yet today. 75% off your first month. It's Black Friday. I give you guys crazy deals throughout the year, but this is a wild deal for LTMP. So for those of you guys that are interested in there, guys, again, like I've told you guys constantly, these are the time periods where you have to be learning like how to take advantage of the market when everything gets hot. Like you guys have seen, like there's nobody else out there that gave you guys 35 10x plus trades in a very short period of time. Imagine if you could have done that. Like, and also imagine if every single trade that you take has the potential to run multi-hundreds, if not multi-thousands of percent. That's why, like, when I sit here every day and I'm like, well, I don't know why everybody doesn't do this. Because you have all the math on your side. You're like, okay, well, how many of these actually need to go nuts in order for me to make a bunch of money? It's like, well, one. Oh, good thing there were 35. And there's going to be more. ILMN could be a good one. Lily, if it gets going. SNDX, if these start getting going. I mean, even just think about this here, guys. Think about regen. Think about this move on regen that you've had. This is just a pure shares trade here. And currently, where it stands, it is sitting at a 1 to 7.8 risk to reward. That means you're up, like, if you were to risk 1%, let's think about it with options. That's 700 something percent. You're up almost 8 times your risk on that one trade. And we've gone through the math a lot before where it's just like, all right, like even with that FedEx trade that you guys, if you had just hit the like button on the stream that trade I would have given you, like even on the conservative side, if you make it free at 100%, you get your initial investment back, you have half of your account in the trade and it goes up 3,000%, you're up 15% of your account in a trade. Okay, how many trades do you need to lose now in order to just go back to break even? 15. Do you think that's going to happen? No. No. It always can, but it's highly, highly, highly unlikely. Let's see here. What else are we looking at? Yeah, the bios still look good. What about, where's Growl? Yeah, Growl looks really good here. Getting above 103 is big time. Yeah, this thing looks filthy. Boop. Yeah, really, really good move there. Lily's still looking good. Yeah, Growl looks awesome. Did ILMN go yet? That's right there. I mean, that's as close as you can get. That's really, really, really close on the weekly break there. The daily looks nasty here too. That looks really good. Another one in the health sphere that looks very good. Yeah, look at that on Growl. Growl. Where's SNDX? Is that moving still? It's just flatline. Market's just kind of grinding up here. We'll see what happens. MDT, it broke. What's it doing now? Looks good. Yeah, MDT still looks really good there. Yeah, Lily's still holding on. I mean, just think about what we've been doing. There goes there it is. I mean, first target on this one, if you're looking at the weekly, you'd be going off a 1 to 3, so you'd have something like this. Yeah, I mean, first target on this is it's like 109.30 on Grail for a 1 to 3 off the share shape. Like 110. I mean, you could do 110 if you really wanted to. And then you just go big psychological levels. Like you could do $10 increments, 120, 130, 140, 150, all the way up on this thing. And just keep trimming along the way. Or, I mean, even if you wanted to do this, like you could just say, okay, if you get this big break and you get through that 1 to 3, you could just say, I'm waiting for a daily close down below the 10 EMA. Now, at this point, you don't want to do that, obviously, because it's well below what the stop would be. But this thing is looking phenomenal again. And then think about it too. What did we have on? What did you guys all see on Friday? Those absolutely insane Coca-Cola trades. What is it? What was it? 222% on Coca-Cola. Crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. So again, you guys all 75% off your first month. That's the Black Friday sale with LTMP. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. That is pinned to the top of the live chat. Don't miss out. Where's MDT? Yeah, MDT new highs here too. That looks good. And then there was another one. I think it was what? AUPH? Yeah, that looks good too. A lot of good ones in the biotech sector today, which I don't like the biotech sector. It's you got to be really, really, really careful with it. Ooh, what's this one looking like? Did this one break? IMTX weekly. Ooh, it's getting closer. I mean, you kind of have the daily break right here. 1090 on IMTX. That's a good one. But the weekly chart on this thing, like I tweeted yesterday, it's like, this is taken directly from a textbook titled like how to make stupid amounts of money trading stock. Like that's the look of the of stocks that you want to be hunting. That looks ridiculously good. Grail new highs. There you go. I mean, that's already sitting at what? 1 to 1 at least? Yeah, there you go. You already have 1 times your risk there. Nice. Boom. MDT, looking good. Lily, still looking good. Jesse, nice. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it looks phenomenal here. Where is ILM at right here? Is it breaking yet? It was right there before. Yeah, that's close enough, guys. That's right there. That's probably a better shares trade. Again, a lot of the bios and the healthcare stocks are going to have really, really, really icky option chains. So they just make the most sense to be trading them with shares. Which I think that's a lot of what I'm going to start doing a lot more. I love the share trades. Can I look at JetBlue? Sure. No. Garbage. Not a good chart. Not a good chart there. Yeah, let's see. Keep smacking that like on the way in, guys. Help spread the stream. I mean, who else is talking to you guys about these biotech stocks right now that are ripping? That looks good. Lily still looks good there, too. IMTX looks good. This is the early entry, 1090. The big one's at 1124. Bull, you guys already know what we're talking about with Bull. I've tweeted it. We've talked about it here. It's starting to base. It is starting to base, which I do like. This is going to take at least a couple of weeks, though. The earliest is going to take a couple of weeks. If it shifts and then forms a setup, the setup break can be the mid to long-term entry, which I wouldn't hate that. You just would have to be a little bit worried about this area here. So what we could see is a nice basin break setup, which you could get your initial add there. And then if it's going to continue and you get the stair stepping, you just add along the way. I'll show you one. I think this one did it. Yeah, CVS. Nah, not really, but kinda. So if Bull did something like this would be good. So if you had this base here and it breaks, let's say this was actually one of the most disgusting basin breaks that I've ever handed out to you guys. This was what? I mean, this was at 45. The stock's at 78. That's a nasty move on CVS. But this is what we're looking for on Bull. You see the base, it breaks to the upside. You can get your initial entry here, but even if it were to flatline and form another setup a little bit higher, you're good to go. And that's what happened with CVS. So we were looking at it for the shift. We probably did something on it here, but then you got the big shift and then it goes. You could add along the way if it were to go up, conversion to the 10, up, conversion to 10, and just keep going. That's what we're looking for out of Bull. Not just slinging it at the lows right now. That doesn't make any sense. You know? ILMN. There it is. There it is. ILMN. Plus looking amazing. Ooh. Let's see. Where? Oh, that's the wrong one. Where is this? I wouldn't say looking amazing. I mean, it's just hit the level and it's just chopping around at the level. I wouldn't say that's looking amazing. It's a great looking chart. It was if it can continue up today. ILMN looks good. But yeah, that's CVS is a great example of what we're looking at out of Bull. And so is Nike, I think. Yeah, Nike kind of is too, with this kind of a base in here, shifts up, forms a setup, boom. That's earnings though. Lily looking good. A lot of these names, guys, are still looking good. Ooh, 15 likes away from 50. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, keep smacking that like button on the way in. Let's see. crisp. I haven't seen that one, but we can take a look at it. No. Bad chart. If you shift back above the 200 there and form a setup, sure. But as of right now, garbage. This is garbage. I mean, IMTX is getting close to that initial entry on the weekly. I wouldn't hate that. That's not a bad spot to be looking for it. This looks disgusting too. I tweet this one. They're all connected? Sure, they might be. It's still a terrible chart. It needs to get back above the 200 first. ILMN though looks nasty. If those bios fire, oh boy. Oh boy. Which a lot of them are. Like Growl still looks good. Grail. CGEM. That's another ripper. You wouldn't touch that now, but that looks good. You type like it owes you money? Yeah, screw my keyboard. You're also right next to the mic, that's why. There's ILMN going too. That looks really good. There's another one. Oh no. If only somebody told everybody that the biotech stocks look freaking nasty. All right, this is the next one. 1090 on IMTX. If that hits, that's a decent spot for an initial entry. There's Grail looking for new highs too. Look at these bios, guys. You guys see how simple this is? Think about what type of analysis we were. The only thing that we were doing in order to see, all we did was a little bit of sector analysis and apply a little bit of macro to it. What was the initial macro idea? It was, the market is calling the Fed's bluff, and there really is no reason that they should be all that worried about the December meeting with the rate cut. Now, it doesn't matter what the Fed necessarily does. Again, that's a whole different thing. But there's Grail, new highs. There we go. It doesn't matter what they necessarily do. It matters what the actual reality of the situation is leading up into it. They can do whatever they want, but in reality, the labor market is showing that the Fed should be cutting. Now, with that, you also can look at yields and say, okay, yields aren't moving up. If yields start to move to the downside after people were then pricing out rate cuts, what happens? well, they start to revert back the other way, and the interest rate sensitive sectors are going to perform very well. Then we can confirm our thesis that the market doesn't really believe what's happening with the Fed right now, looking at very interest rate sensitive sectors. Healthcare, biotech, some of the real estate names, those were holding up relatively well. But the biotech sector and the healthcare sector as a whole, we're looking really good. That's where Grail came from. That's where IMTX is coming from. That's where ILMN is coming from. See, it's not that difficult. You just have to be able to look in the market from a realistic perspective and say, okay, this is where the money is starting to fly into right now based on an initial thesis. So again, congratulations to everybody that's been in these, that's getting in these, that's again making money with these. For those of you guys that aren't, again, I'll throw the link again for the Black Friday sale for LTMP. Again, use code Black Friday, and that's going to give you guys, this is ridiculous, I should not be doing this, but it's Black Friday, you're welcome, 75% off your first month at LTMP. So there you guys go. I mean, you guys saw some absolutely ridiculous trades over the last few weeks here, guys. You saw the 1,000% Lyft, the 1,000% Rivian, the 3,000% FedEx. Coca-Cola last Friday was what? 200, 300%. You've got these biotech starting to move here. IMTX looks great. You've got, okay, we didn't talk about this. This was just one that got highlighted by somebody. Grail is moving really well. Illumina is starting to break out here. You've got Eli Lilly still holding on. And that's not even mentioning Regen that I gave you guys, a couple of weeks ago, that's sitting at almost a 1-to-8 risk to reward right now. 1-to-7, 1-to-8 risk to reward. Guys, why doesn't everybody do this in the market? Well, like seriously, why is everybody not operating this way? Where every single trade that they take can run multi-hundreds and if not multi-thousands of percent. Like, why aren't people operating the market this way? And they're just doing all the normal retail trader garbage that like everybody just says is the right thing to do. It just doesn't make any sense. It never has, it never will. This is the way you need to be operating in the market if you want to have a chance at long-term success. There are certain things that come with it. Like, you have to make sure that when the market tells you to slow down, you do slow down. But like I say in the course videos for you guys are going to all have periods that like you're going to make way more money in a short period of time than you ever thought were possible. That's why the results that I'm able to showcase to you guys all the time, like with especially when it's like the 35 10x trades, they look so ridiculous because these are things that people have just never seen before. They're like, wait. How are you doing that? And it's like, I get it. It looks crazy, but it's not when you understand what we're doing, and it's so simple. The hard part is not nailing the big trades, like the 3,000% FedEx or the 8,000% whatever IONQ or those big ones. That's not the hard part. The hard part is you guys being able to sit there and listen and say, okay, STV is saying these are the reasons why we want to kind of relax a little bit here, size smaller, or touch nothing, and just preserve capital. Because that's the most important element of the market. Now we have ILM running nicely. Grail running nice. If you can get above 103 on Grail, that would be big. I think it did. Or no, 102.91 is the high. If you start shooting above there, that could be really good. IMTX, 20 cents away from an initial entry. It's not that you guys, if you think the market's hard, it is. You're making it hard. All of this emotional garbage that everybody is like getting worried about all the time, that's what's making the market difficult for you. There's always money to be made. You just have to know where to look. So IMTX would be a fun one if it broke. Illumina's looking good. Let's see what happens with Grail here if it can get above 103. Lily's still looking interesting here too. That's a nice, I mean, what is this sitting at from risk to reward perspective? I mean, 1 to 1.74. It's not the craziest, but it ran to a 1 to what, 2.3 today? And if you're on the share trade on Eli Lilly, I mean, you don't have that much left if you want to take it at a 1 to 3. It's right around that 1090 area that we were talking about, but that 1100 area too does look good for the share trade on Eli Lilly with the initial, if you want to take initial profits there. Either one works. Right. So you guys have the Black Friday sale. It's the code is Black Friday that gets you 75% off your first month. You guys can hop in there with us. You get access to all the educational curriculum videos, so it explains everything that we're doing, the private live streams every single day, the pre-market plans, the full watch list of stocks in crypto that are about to explode before they do. There hasn't been much on crypto recently because there just aren't opportunities. If there's not anything to do, obviously there's not going to be anything on the watch list. Grail is knocking on the door here, guys. That looks really good. And then Illumina, I think, just made some new highs. Where's SMTX is the other one, right? SMXT? Is it SMXT? No. What is it? We had it up here. SMTX, I think it is. SMTX. Oops. Nope. What is it? SNDX. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah, that one looks good too. Up 6% today after being highlighted on the watch list. There you go. Boom. And again, guys, keep smacking that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. There you go, Illumina. Boom. Boom. Ripping. Ripping. Let's see if that can hold. That'd be nice. Market's looking good. Yeah, I know it's SNDX. I found it. I don't know. I'm just going to keep calling these out for everybody. If you guys start smacking, if you guys get 200 likes on the stream, I'll start highlighting some of my other favorite setups for you guys. There are some big tech names that I actually like here too. But again, if not, I'm just going to save them for LTMP. As always. Oh, and then we have another mastermind tonight. So there is a discount for the mastermind too. You guys have that in the pre-market plan. I'll probably send it out to LTMP, but I think I'm only going to give the discount to the LTMP members for the mastermind for Black Friday. I don't think I'm giving that one out publicly. Illumina, bang. Yeah, Illumina, they all look good, guys. All of those healthcare and biotech names are looking great right now. SNDX starting to hunt for the highs a little bit. IMTX is getting closer. IMTX is getting a lot closer. Yeah, over 103 on this one, it can get fun. What did we say? 110 was kind of that first area for the share trade? From the 1 to 3? Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. And then IMTX is going to close. Illumina looking really good here. Eli Lilly still looking good. SNDX looking good. I mean, again, how much more do you guys want from me? Like, you want more? I'm going to keep doing, guys, I told you 5 10x trades ago, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 10x trades ago. I told you all of these moves were going to happen. Pay attention, you know? You guys have a great offer there for you, too, to hop into LTMP this week, too, with that Black Friday sale. 75% off your first month is ridiculous. I should not be doing that, but there you go. You're welcome. AMD 213, there you go. If Eli Lilly can get back above 1070 and close it, that's going to look really nice. Where's Bull? Yeah, no, there's nothing on this yet, but that's starting to look very fun. Oh, the mastermind lesson tonight is going to be awesome too. We're talking about bonds in the bond market. That's going to be a fun one. Lulu starting to base. I don't really want much to do with Lulu, especially going into earnings. This thing is just, especially off the, you don't look for, guys, this is another thing, I've been saying this a lot. You don't look for bases off of earnings gap downs, which is kind of what this is. Earnings gap down, you don't want that. Lily, 1068 moving back up. Yeah, Grail's got to get above 103. Largest Bitcoin ETF is posting record outflows. Investors are withdrawing cash from BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF at the fastest pace ever, with $2.2 billion leaving in November through Friday. After months of steady inflows, the outflows reflect rising caution as Bitcoin falls 22% over the past month and 7% year to date. Oof. Bad. Bad on Bitcoin. Ow. This freaking desk is sharp. I don't like this desk. Not a fan. Lily creeping here again. There you go. Really close to getting back above 1070. That was a wild move at open when it ripped to 1075. I mean, this thing was hanging out at 1050 in the pre-market, even lower. And then just right as you got into market open, it just ramped. SNDX starting to climb a little bit, nothing crazy. IMTX, this might be one that it takes a couple days to get through, because again, that 1090 is the initial area. What do you call it? It's, oh my god, it's only got 89,000 in volume. Jesus, that's low. You guys in LTMP hitting that? That's, oh no. It's got $1 billion in market cap. Like, it's a big company, but like, that's gonna be interesting if this breaks. Oh jeez. Oh god. Yeah, it's a good setup. That looks good. It's 10 cents away from the initial area here. Watch. If this breaks this, you're gonna see this volume just go boom. There's no volume on this thing today. Yeah, it's 10 cents away there from the initial spot. I mean, that's a good area. The spreads are probably going to be a little wide because it's slower volume. But yeah, 1090 is an interesting spot for that one. That's the initial spot. It is kind of the big break there, too. Lily looks good. A lot of these are looking good, guys. Congratulations to everybody that's been paying attention, that's been listening, that's been understanding what to actually be doing in this market environment, because I mean, obviously I know it's paying off for all you guys in LTMP. Yeah, I think Grail is going to make an attempt at that 103 today. We just got to see if it's going to hold. There's Lily over 1070 again. Jeez. So yeah, those of you guys on the share trade on Eli Lilly, you've got about $20 left here for that 1 to 3, if that's where you want it. 1100s is also a good spot to take profits, and then it's just big psychological levels. 1150, 1200, like $50 increments on Lilly there is not a bad way to do it. if it ends up running through that area. But again, same thing with, like, if this thing really gets going and it just starts like grinding up with the 10 EMA after you've already scaled out, you can just wait for daily closes down below the 10 EMA on a share trade and just let it go. That's one of the beautiful things about the shares trades is you don't have to do anything. SNDX moving a little. Illumina making new highs over here. Looking good. I mean, look at Lily here, guys. That's about to make some new highs over here. Congratulations. Boom. Or it's looking like it wants to make some new highs. And think about, again, share trade. Easy. You're at what? 1 to 1.5 right here? 1 to 2. You're at a 1 to 2 risk to reward there. Boom. This thing has the potential to run to 1 to 10. 1 to 15. Just like all of them do. That's why you're able to see me just showcase like results that, like, again, nobody's really seen before, because every trade that we take has the potential to go absolutely nuts. We're not looking for, you can't be looking at base hits in the market. You're never going to go anywhere. Illumina looking really good here. I mean, you could get some, there it is. You could get some really aggressive targets on this one. I would say, I don't know, depending on the expiration date, I mean, you got some 1030 or 136 kind of. I mean, that'd be pretty good if you got up there for first target, but really you want to be hunting like 145, 146 on this. All looking good. Yeah, Lily's probably going to ding here in a second. Again, how long have we been talking about this one for? Last week? Over the last week? It's been looking great. Pay attention to pay a premium. Here it comes. Grail's really trying to get there. Illumina hot start. That's looking good. Market's just grinding up here. Is Novo getting bought up there? Yeah. Novo's getting bought up a little. I'd be careful of this back test of these low 45, but just gotta wait for a base. Where's AMD today? $9. We're so far. Okay, where's Meta? Oh, that's notable on Meta. That's very notable on Meta today. This could get a really interesting shift here, guys, and start moving back to the upside off of these lows. This looks interesting. We'll be hunting for setups on Meta coming in the near future here. They're just melting this thing up today. It's good. That's good. That's what we want to see after last week. You got to be a little careful up here. 67.24. Another 10 points. Yeah, still got to get about 103 there for the really clean break. IMTX is close. There's no volume on this site. 96,000 volume. The average volume in the last 30 days per day is 638,000. No volume on this thing right now. If it goes up and breaks, it's probably going to happen quick. Like if somebody comes out and hits this with like, I don't know, 10,000 shares, it'll get a weird candle. And then it'll look like it breaks. And then if other people come in to buy it, it'll keep going. But you could easily see a lot of crazy wicks on this thing on the short time frames. Oh, here comes Grail. Here comes Grail. Let's see if we can get that break here. BMO survey, holiday sales growth to be slower in 2025. Survey of 1,000 U.S. consumers finds holiday spending will rise more modestly this year. Only 50% plan to increase spending, down from 62% last year, while 24% plan to cut back, reflecting a 3.5-year low in consumer confidence. Retail sales are expected to grow at 3.6% and 4.3% in 2024. In e-commerce at 6.9% versus 8.3%. The resilient shoppers could provide upside. Online channels lead with 52% boosting e-commerce versus 44% in stores. And Amazon dominates holiday shopping at 94% of consumers. Despite an extra day between Black Friday and Christmas, 71% plan to start shopping before Black Friday. Interesting. Yeah, Grail looks like it wants it here. Get a little test of that 103. Oops, that'd be nice to see. There it is, 103. There she goes. Let's see if it gets a little snappy above those highs, because that looks great. Again, congratulations to all you guys in LTMP. That's awesome. Up 10% today. Boom. So again, you guys have the link floating around in the live chat for you. It's pinned to the top. The Black Friday offer, guys, 75% off your first month. There you guys go. SNDX looking for the highs. IMTX, nothing yet. What was the other? Illumina, there you go. Market just popped there a little. Just bouncing around. So you got the test. You got to see if this wants to continue. Again, that first area there, that 110 for that 1 to 3 risk to reward looks good. Then you got like 115, 120, 130. Like you've got some good areas on this thing. I mean, this would be nuts if ILMN went rippy here. I mean, guys, the weekly chart on this thing is just beautiful. So is the daily. And those are the ones that you want to be looking for when the dailies and the weeklies both look really good. It's flashing around. Yeah, Novo's trying to get back to the that 55 area or 45 area. I'd be careful there. Lily hanging out at 1070. That looks good. Up 1% today. That's solid. That is very solid from what we saw in the pre-market on this thing, where it was down here. It literally was down in here, guys. Lily was all the way down here and then just right back up. A lot of strength on this one. This is like, if you guys are on the share trade on this one, that could be a really, really, really good one. What the heck was that? I like this. IMTX looks really good. SNDX looks good. Look at all of these guys. Look at all of them. They look great. You can't get much better than that. I mean, like, Growl running, SNDX running, Illumina looking great off of the initial start there. Like, if only you guys had hit the like button last week, I would have given you some of it because I was already looking at these. They all got sent to the LTMP watch list this weekend, but I would have highlighted them for you. They just weren't ready to break. You guys would have had all of them. Nope. The mice? This? No. The mice are definitely not following. Well, they could be. There could be mice. Yeah, slow, just a grind up today. Remember, we have a short week this week, no market Thursday, and then Friday's a short day. IMTX is still 20 cents away. That could happen in an instant. Where it just goes, bing. And you just see the alert starting to fire off. Yeah, this is close. These are close. AMD again back to 214. That's good. That's good. That's what we want to see. All right, Novo's getting very close to that $45 area there. Let's see if it rejects. It's right on it's on the back test of that double bottom, so you got to be careful there. SNDX looking for new highs here. Yeah, this one could be big. I mean, you basically got it like this. Like, where's the 5-minute opening range? Right here. Bloop. 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 I mean, you could have some crazy first targets on this thing, guys. Like, I mean, you really could trade this up to here. Like, you really could. 1 to 8 risk to reward for a CP. Like, that looks pretty nuts. Growl got hit. Market slipping? Not really. But, all right, guys. It is 11:30. We are going to be wrapping it up here for today. Again, I'll have some of the, what do you call it? I'll probably get some shorts out for you guys today. But, again, I'll throw this link in here one last time for you guys. Again, Black Friday sale for LTMP. 75% off your first month with code Black Friday. Here's the link. Don't miss it. I mean, this is probably going to be one of the best sales that we ever do. So make sure you guys take advantage of it. We'd love to have you in there. I mean, there's a reason why everybody in LTMP loves it so much. Like, you guys see it all the time. Imagine you had a system where every trade that you took had the potential to run multi-hundreds, if not multi-thousands of %. Where do you think your account would be? Probably a lot better than where it is right now. So, guys, I will see you. Oops. Oh, sorry. This time tomorrow, same time, 10:30. Might do some public lives this week. That actually might be what we do. We might do some public lives this week just because it's Black Friday sale week. So we'll see what we do. Maybe I'll see all you guys that are on here publicly at 9:15, maybe 10:30. I don't know. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.